This is the Meerkat here with the trade of the day, and today's lesson is all about the price action is king while volume is queen. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's take a look at a trade we had on Snap this morning, SNAP. Here it was at opening, it ran up, and it was coming back here in what we call a bull flag, started to break out, and then it hit its head right here, and this dashed line here, that's the closing line, which is the biggest memory on the market, is the pivot line, the yellow line there. And now the pivot lines are the lines that are put on your chart for intraday use only based on the prior day's price action. This is the pivot line here, and it hit its head right there. So it's starting to form what I call a high base and starting to pull back just a little bit. So I said if it breaks out here for the second time, see it tested it over here, I'm going to go long. So ready to go, and boom, look at that sucker go. Look at that go. I didn't get in until $20.72, but I am in long on SNAP. Got to bring a stop up, and let's see, it's ready to go. Let's see where it goes. Now it pulls back a little bit after this big breakout, and now it's basing here. Basing. Now I want to talk about this for a minute. Is this a reversal or is this a high base? How can I tell the difference? Well, again, price action is king, but look down here at what's the queen telling us on volume. When it was running up here, the volume was nice and big. But as soon as it started to base here, what about volume? It is very, very low and decreasing. Nobody is rushing to sell this thing. This is a real telltale sign as to what people believe. They do not want to sell because they believe what? The price action is going to go up. So I'm able to pull my stop up here following this 20 moving average. So I'm just under here. If it does turn around, I'll lose just a very little amount, but it has a high potential of going up. So let's see what can happen next here. Boom! Look at that puppy go. Look at that. And it shot up here. And what happened to volume? Kaboom on the volume, kaboom on the price action, and that happens a lot on these high bases, which are low volume. People are waiting for it to go, and as soon as it goes, everybody jumps in, and look at that puppy go. So now I'm bringing my stop up here to break even. And I'm going to follow this 20 moving average up here. Well, here, let's use this red line as my stop. I'm going to follow this 20 moving average all the way up. Now that I'm in the money, every time I get a candle up, look at that, up to 21.41. And that is the high of day there. And it pulls up, and it's just gently pulling back. So I'm going to bring my stop up following this 20 moving average still. And now it's high basing up there. What's happening to volume? It's decreasing. That's good news. It's very low. People are not rushing to sell. They believe it may go higher here. And it's coming up here, so I'm going to bring my stop up here. Now this is the R1 pivot line, this dashed line here. And we had the pivot line. This is the R1 pivot line, possible line of support and resistance. Put my stop just below that at 21.05, and bam! Oh, look at that. It dropped down by 1 penny and got me out here at 21.05. So let's take a look at this total trade. We're up here. It just started to high base here under this major line of resistance. As soon as it broke out from there, I got long. But then it high base for a long time on very low volume. And then kaboom, it went up. And then it was basing again, drifting back here but on very low volume. But it drifted back just a little too far. Just dipped briefly below this major line of possible support and resistance, the R1 pivot line. And let's see what happened after that. And look at that. It just rested on that. See how that's a line of support. I had it right, but maybe just missed it by a penny. Anyway, this total trade was for 1.6% in 28 minutes. Hoo-ah. So that's the story of the fact that the price is king and volume is queen. This is Mark the Meerkat. Trade well.